All right, guys, we have to talk. I have been using my M5 11-inch iPad Pro as my main computer for a while. I have been a huge advocate for you to use an iPad as your main device if you don't need macOS, if you don't need those particular applications that require macOS. I love how the iPad Pro is extremely portable. I love how you can take it off the keyboard and use it in your hands with an Apple Pencil. I love that, but there are occasions to where the iPad Pro just is not enough. And when Apple released the MacBook Neo, I knew this device could possibly be for me. And it being $599 is the icing on the cake. For $599, you get a computer that comes with a full version of macOS. You're not getting a dumbed down version of the operating system. You're not getting a mobile tablet operating system that works well the majority of the time, but has its own issues here and there. And when I look back at my M5 iPad Pro, this iPad was $1,000. And when you buy an iPad, you buy an iPad. You don't get anything else with it. You have to buy your pen separately. You have to buy your keyboard separately. You have to buy your mouse separately. But when you spend $599 on the MacBook Neo, you get a fully functional computer that has this amazing design that is really thin, really light, and that is built out of metal. What other computer out there on the market right now, especially a Windows machine, can you buy that has a design that is this beautiful? And it only took me a couple of days to realize that my iPad Pro was possibly a huge mistake. Now, when you look at these two devices, the MacBook Neo seems like the clear option. You get full-on Mac OS. You get a device that is literally like half the price as your iPad Pro. And while yes, of course, like I mentioned earlier, the MacBook Neo is a phenomenal device, this iPad Pro is remarkable. Now, yes, it's expensive, but what I want to focus on now that I have these two devices is using my iPad how an iPad was originally designed to be used. So what I recommend doing is if you have an iPad and you picked up your MacBook Neo, or if you already have a Mac and you want a iPad, what I recommend you guys doing is using your iPad like an iPad. Get rid of the keyboard, get rid of all of these different accessories, and use the iPad how it's meant to be used. This display on this iPad Pro is nothing short of absolutely insane. The tandem OLED is remarkable. It is the best display on a device you can get. And on this MacBook Neo, you just get a plain 60 hertz LCD screen, which honestly looks pretty dang good. I think that the LCD on this, especially for how much money you paid, is really, really good. I don't think you can go wrong with this display as an entry level point. Good colors, pretty good brightness. And like I said, it is 60 hertz. But on this OLED beast, you are getting a up to 1500 nit OLED display that just displays all of your blacks purely black. I mean, look how black that YouTube video is. Let's just load up one of my videos here. So this is a 4K HDR video, and man, it just looks so crazy. I'm in love with this OLED. It's 120 hertz. It's beautiful. The blacks are totally black. The HDR performance is out of this world. So yes, the iPad still has a place in the market strictly because of the portability, of the device itself. And of course, this display. And just look how thin this iPad Pro is. It's pretty nuts, honestly. And whenever you do use it, whenever you're watching content, whenever you're gaming, using your hands, using your tablet as you're supposed to use a tablet, it is fantastic. And on top of that, you get these quad speakers that are absolutely unmatched. Now, I will say on the MacBook Neo, these speakers don't sound bad at all, but if you compare it to an iPad Pro, there's going to be no comparison. The overall multimedia experience with you have no notch, you have this beautiful OLED display, and you have speakers that sound crazy. Now, one thing I have to give the props to on the MacBook Neo is the battery life. One of the biggest issues I have with an iPad is the battery life. This thing can really only last me a single day of usage before I have to charge it. And as you guys see, I've used it today for a few hours and I'm already pretty low on battery. I'm on 31%. Now, I will say this new M5 iPad Pro charges insanely fast. And I love that. I think that the fast charging ability on this device is amazing. I love it. Now, the MacBook Neo charges pretty slow, but the thing is that you don't have to charge this guy very often at all. I've used this for the last couple of days and I am on 85% with this MacBook Neo. And I love that. The iPads, Apple, you guys really, especially here with your new CEO, man, listen, dude, hook your boy up with better battery life on the iPads. So yeah, if you're somebody who does a lot of work on your device, the MacBook is clearly the best option because the battery on this is crazy. I love it. And one of the other benefits of having an iPad Pro is that you get Face ID to unlock your device, which is blazing fast. Now, I do have the 512 gig version of the MacBook Neo, so I do get the Touch ID that allows me to sign in very quickly with my fingerprint. But Face ID is unmatched on the iPad Pro. I think it would be awesome if the MacBook Pro had Face ID. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, you've got Face ID, and then you also have access to the Apple Pencil. The Apple Pencil is in a class of its own. I love the Apple Pencil. I use it all of the time with all of my chicken scratch. And the Apple Pencil alone may be a reason that you end up buying an iPad Pro over the MacBook Neo. It has a super light design that you can use without a keyboard. You have the ability to create, take notes and all of that stuff with an Apple Pencil. And you have the performance of this M5 chip that is absolutely unmatched. I do go in here in Final Cut Pro as an example, and I create different video projects whenever I don't have access to a Mac. And I've created a few videos on here, and it does a pretty good job with the performance of this particular iPad Pro. So you guys see here, this is just a quick timeline. And you can see the video being edited there with the clips. So I think if you are somebody who needs that power and you want it to be fully portable, like, outside of a MacBook Air or a MacBook Pro, you can do some real work with your iPad Pro. And that's all in a design that is this thin and this small. So I love that. And typically when people buy an iPad, especially one that's this expensive, I think a lot of them will want to use this with a Magic Keyboard because they say, hey, if I'm spending $1,000, then I want my iPad Pro to be a computer replacement. And it does a pretty good job with it overall. But I still think a Mac, even the MacBook Neo versus an iPad Pro with a Magic Keyboard is the better option unless you need more performance for more professional duties. So yeah, I'm interested to hear what you guys think down below. But now that the MacBook Neo is here, the game has changed entirely. Apple has not only destroyed the Windows computer competition in this price range, but it honestly has removed a lot of need for iPads. Having a fully functional MacBook for $599 is mind-blowing. I'm going to continue using and have my M5 iPad Pro. Now the iPad is amazing for what it is. What I plan to do now is use my iPad more as an iPad than I have before. Continue using the Apple Pencil how it was designed to be used. Use the iPad in my hand as an iPad. So I travel a lot, whether I'm at work or going to different offices or hiking or whatever. I will typically have my iPad Pro with one of my Moft dynamic folio cases with my MacBook Neo in my bag, just like that. And that way I can get the multimedia experience out of this beautiful display and these amazing speakers on my iPad Pro. But every single thing else I am doing at this point is now going to be done on the MacBook Neo. If you have a MacBook Neo, let me know how your experience has been down below. And honestly, guys, for the money, this experience is so great on this device. I can't really complain about it at all. The MacBook Neo to me is almost perfection. You cannot beat this device for the money. Now, I hope that on the MacBook Neo 2 that we get the iPhone 17 Pro chip, which will give us 12 gigs of RAM. And I hope that they include backlit keys. That's like the only real bug I have with this device. But whenever I get that lighter color MacBook, I'll let you all know if it has gotten better for me. But yeah, let me know down below. Do you think that the MacBook Neo has destroyed the iPad market? Yes, like I said, of course, on an iPad, you have a touchscreen, you have an Apple Pencil, you have other things you can do. But I think that for the majority of people, it makes more sense to buy a MacBook Neo if you can get your hands on it than it does to buy an iPad. But yeah, I'm excited to hear what you all think about this device, especially the ones who actually own it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you watched this entire video, leave a comment down below with a beer emoji, just so I know that you are one of the real ones and you watched the entire video. But I appreciate you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.